I'm Noelle and we're at Petitti Garden Centers, and I'm going to talk to you about planting a veggie container. At this time in May, might be a little bit cold outside to start planting in the soil, but you can start your veggies earlier, especially if you think about planting them in a container. Container gardens are easy. They're changeable, movable. Some of them are very lightweight depending on what type of material of the pot that you use, but they all work really, really well for growing vegetables. Some things that you have to think about when you're using a container garden to grow vegetables is actually the depth of the container. It's really good to have about 10 to 12 inches of depth, especially if you're growing your tomatoes, your root crops like carrots and things. So that helps. That soil depth is very, very good. Start with fresh potting soil every season. You don't want to see a reoccurrence of disease or insects in your veggie container. Then I also recommend using organic fertilizers like Garden-tone from Espoma or Tomato-tone. They work very, very well on all of your edibles, vegetables and herbs included, okay? Start out, I'd always select a tomato that's actually made for container gardening. So your tomatoes like this one, this is Husky Red. The Husky tomato series have really thick trunks on them. In fact, this tomato produces a small to medium sized, nice red round slicer, and it basically does not need a cage on it. It just grows big and bushy. Another one that I selected today is Early Girl Bush. Early Girl is a very popular variety. It develops medium-sized red slicers as well, but it comes very, very early. It starts blooming, starts producing early. So if you choose one that has bush or patio, or again, the Husky series, those are all going to be great for containers, okay? The other thing is you can look for other vegetables that'll work well in containers, like patio pickle. So this is a cucumber. It's on the small side, but it is a bush growing cucumber. So it works very, very well in your container gardens too. Don't forget your marigolds. Marigolds are great not only to repel the deer, but they also keep away whitefly and other insects from your veggie plants. So those work very nicely as an addition to your edible garden. I'm gonna just pop out this Husky Red tomato here, squeeze it out of its starter pot, separate those roots, pull off some of the smaller suckers, which are a little bit of growth in between the main branches there, and then go ahead and plant right in the center of your pot. Like I said, you don't want to add too much more except maybe the addition of the marigolds, maybe a small herb, and your veggie garden's ready to go. Some other things you can grow in your vegetable container garden are, of course, more tomatoes. We've got lots of different varieties that work very well. Depending on the size of container, you might need some trellising to help those tomatoes grow up. But other than that, they'll do very, very nicely for you. This is actually a cherry tomato. It's called Tidy Treats, and you can tell it's really ready to sprawl up and grow up. All you have to do is bring the branches out over the sides, and it will continue to grow and produce for you. Think about strawberries. Never too early for strawberries. These are ever-bearing strawberries. They work great in a hanging basket as their stolons trail down, but they'll continue to produce for you throughout the season. This one is a tumbler tomato. This is a red cherry tomato, and you can tell it's already filled, ready to go for those hanging baskets. Works very well in window boxes too, so if you have a window box. We've got a great selection of grafted vegetables and tomatoes. This is actually a golden bell pepper, and you can tell that fruit is already developing very nicely. On the grafted vegetables, you not only get disease resistance and awesome yield, but you get development really, really early in the season. When you are planting these in containers, just be aware to keep your graft right above the soil line, okay? Don't bury your graft in the soil. Another thing that I wanted to show you that you don't need a lot of space is, again, growing your herbs in window boxes. All your herbs will do very, very well in containers. Window boxes are a great size and shape that you can place just about anywhere on the deck or patio. And you can grow everything from oregano to basil, cilantro, and even a small miniature pepper. So again, growing your veggies in container gardens is just a very easy thing to do. You can start early and switch them out whenever you need to, but you'll get a really good harvest by the end of the season as well. Okay, everybody enjoy.